Alright, this is Chen here, and for today's topic, we're going to talk about government relation. So, when you, as a real estate developer, no matter what place you're going to build your project, anything else, you're going to deal with government servant or what you call government people. So, you're going to working with local, state, and federal government. That's the must because you're going to build it. No matter what country you are, you're going to deal with it. So when you come about as real estate development, you're gonna play according to the rules or you'll lose the game. So you're gonna play in the right way. So when you come about, you want to build a project, anything else, you're gonna make sure that you're gonna deal with the government and you're gonna get the building permit. And for example, it's the early access letter, and then this document is actually a letter of permission from the alderman stating that you can use alley to running behind the property for access for deliveries and so on. So this letter is a safeguard for the alderman. So you sure will encounter the tight restriction from area ratio requirement on your construction project. That's always happen because if you fail to comply, you also encounter a stop work order from a local government body. So you're gonna do all your works before you anything done. That's better. You're gonna have a letter from the government or what you call a permit. So this safe for your antics, everything else, anything happen. So you're gonna deal with government people, government servant. So if you violate too many rules and regulation, you could face consequence far worse than an inconvenience of financial penalties. This is a very tough thing when you know, and you're gonna know that the rules will always change no matter where you are, from neighborhood to neighborhood, city to city, state to state. They will always be different on the state. So if your objective is to renovate the property, be sure that you are aware of anything laws that you need to comply with in order to use the existing property also, and don't assume and don't take the word of another party. You're gonna check out yourself, you're gonna learn with it. So you need to acquire any that type of information in your initial evaluation. Due diligence or the property include the regulated restriction in your lender package, nothing that you can build and how you are getting to build it. This is you're gonna know. So that's better you always schedule a meeting with a councilman or alderman to determine the current zoning restriction and on the piece of property you are considering. So you're gonna take some time to acquire any possible zoning changes that on the drawing board are being considered the future implement to. This is very important. So there should be some cost involved in rezoning a property, but as a right zoning means not attempting to change anything in building, and your right allow you to build based on the current zoning on the property. That's better for you. If you can build at that piece of property, is the right zoning for you. So you're going to be aware of any municipalities have watchdog or for the right zoning. The early access letter is very important for you. So the document is very important for you to go and build anything else. You're gonna deal with it. So for example, just not just about the permit or everything else, but actually when you already build the project, right, you're gonna make sure that, because sure you're gonna have some trucks and vehicles that you're going to in and out of the project. So you need the letter also to maintain to avoid the situation of deliveries and then for parking in garage that may have early access. This one also you need to go and apply from the government. So having the zoning code for your city for quick referral in your office will prove to be invaluable convenience and whatever price the city will encounter. So you're gonna dealing with the bureaucratic people. You're gonna sure that you're gonna state in your mind that you're gonna dealing with the bureaucratic. So there's some difference between a business mentality and a bureaucratic mentality actually. So in business, we know that we are trying to do things quickly, and you know that time is money, especially when you are a developer, and enthusiasm drive, and then our project want to do and build it. But bureaucrats have nothing but time on their hands on, and have no sense of urgency, and we're gonna know that they are not like us. So because they are the worker government servant, so as developer, you're the people have to do it. And once the bureaucrat get involved in your project, things sure will go slow because they need some approval or anything else. So you're gonna have some important factors such as the slowdown in the time frame and financing of your project. You're gonna know that you're gonna prepare for the roads. So the next thing is you're gonna work closely with your architect. Gonna make sure that actually your architect is the people there. If they know the government stuff, everything else, that's better for you the best. So because any inaccurate or incomplete drawings may we need to send back for recorrection. If your architect building something is always go and like a ping pong, submit, reject, submit, reject, so your project so will be slow down. So it's create more frustration for you. So always you gonna make sure that your project as letter perfect is very important for you, as complete as set up a date humanly possible. You want to do, you can set up a date with the government servant. So when you deal with government bureaucrats, you will make sure that your architect have shown you and then allow you understand everything else before you go and submit. Because the thing that if it is very sophisticated, you're gonna know that they are don't understand. So you're gonna trying to make you're gonna tell your communicate with your architect that gonna make something more simple and then you easily to understand before you go and meet the government bureaucrat, and that's easily for them to understand and know. So always do your best work with not against the bureaucracy, because so that you can put those skills to work and then building development instead of fighting city hall. Don't fight with them. So for conclusion, actually you're gonna deal with government servants, you're gonna have a great government relation so that your work, your progress is very easy for you, no matter where you are, your local, your state or federal government, so that your project will move well. So this for today's tip. Actually be friends with government servant or the people who are working with them, so that you can work smoothly and then together with them and then move out. So you're gonna deal with it, you're gonna know it. So this for today. Hope you like it and see you. Bye.